Hello there campers, my name is Paul Hughes, I am the Lord of Leisure, and welcome to another Aftermath video where basically I stand around like a prize brat talking into my phone just after watching a film right here at the cinema. Now, today's Aftermath video, I'm going to keep pointing, I'm going to be doing all that all through the video probably, because, you know, I'm just resting on the thing, why not? Today's Aftermath video is all about Deadpool 2, which is obviously the sequel to Deadpool. It's just been released here in the UK, and probably full disclosure to start with, tiny bit of a fanboy, because, yeah, a little bit of a fanboy. This is, of course, it has Ryan Reynolds in the titular role of Deadpool, along with Josh Brolin, who apparently has finished being Thanos, it seems, and is now playing a time-traveling bloke with a robot arm called Cable. Now, the reason why he's turned up is because of the kid from Hunt of the Wilderpeople, who apparently is going to do something that a bit untoward, and that's pretty much pissed off Cable enough to travel back through time to do naughty. And for some inexplicable reason, Deadpool gets together a bunch of superheroes along with a couple of people with no powers whatsoever to stop him, I guess? I don't know. To be honest, the story is, it's only part of the reason why you would watch this anyway. Most of it is going to be about, well, the stupid jokes and whether or not I suppose the biggest question that it's going to be is it as good as the first one? Now, if you're a fan, yes. However, even objectively, I've got to say Deadpool 2 isn't as good as the first one, but don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that it's not worth you know, it's not worth a watch. What I would say is that they've got a few good jokes in there, but they're more consistent. There's certainly some fantastically funny scenes, some decent fight scenes actually. There's there is some excellent banter, and also there is one particular scene which I definitely can't say anything other than you know how Wade regenerates? There's a particular scene where he stands up and starts walking, and basic instinct. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. You can just watch the film. You carry on. So, what can I say also about this? It seems that there's some, well, let's put it this way, the trailer certainly is not going to be what is wholly going on in the film. In fact, obviously there are some curveballs thrown in quite quickly. There's also some there's some terrific bits right at the end. I like the fact that Mega Teenage Sonic Warhead has someone in her life, and all the time it's just the basic interaction between her partner and Wade. It's just it's cute. It really is. Josh Brolin again actually is pretty good. It must be said, especially this time where, well, there are times when you just got the Terminator going in your head, and yeah, there's definitely some references to that. But as I said, some of the stuff with the X-Force and all the rest of it is definitely not what you would expect. Some of the jokes do fall flat on their arse. The opening credits, yeah, pretty much gets a huge thumbs up from me. For those who are a fan of Deadpool, yeah, without any doubt, this is definitely worth a watch. For those who didn't watch the first one, you're going to struggle with the second one, and yeah, sadly, as I said, it definitely has a couple of issues where things are a bit more strung out. They obviously use a couple of MacGuffins for plot devices, that type of thing, you know. Even though they do point it out with just stating that yes, there is poor writing. And you don't have to stick around to the full end of the film because it's some funny scenes halfway through. That's all I'm going to say. But brilliant use of the MacGuffins. That's all I'll say. Some of the special effects, of course, were a bit meh, but again, this is not a film with a huge amount of budget. There's some moments, yeah, that kind of don't work. Yeah, it's kind of weird to go into without saying any more. So for now, if you're an absolute, I'll end on this. If you're an absolute fan of Deadpool, this is a no-brainer to go watch. If you're not, that's where it might be a little bit. It's definitely funny. There is some heartache in this, even if then it goes off on the rails in a little bit of like you know, political correctness humor, which is yeah, it's hit and miss. It really is. When it takes the piss out of itself, but when it lands, it absolutely lands. So there you go, campers. Deadpool 2, you're a fan, go watch it anyway. You're gonna have a ball. I certainly bloody did. For others, I actually am not so sure on this one, which is moderately disappointing. And if anything, you will need to have watched the first one for this to make you know, some sense anyway. And also, I can say, go X-Force. Okay, campers, I'm going to go home now for Betty Buys. And I'll see you again on the old YouPoo very soon. But until then... I'm going now. Bye. Yeah. I'm going, yeah.